Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A. I'm at Lowe's and I'm checking out their clearance plants. If you're not familiar with the Lowe's tier system, this is how they break it down based on how much the original price is, would be how much you're paying on clearance. First up, they have some amazing daisies, Daisy May. These are my proven winners. These are perennial, and these are usually $13.48, which means it would be $7 on clearance. These are in a 2-quart, I believe, but these are looking kind of rough, guys. They need to be cut back so they can rejuvenate one more time. These plants are nowhere close to dead. I'm lifting this up and it's kind of light, which means that they have not been watering it. And on top of not watering it, they did not cut it back. Now, this plant is quite fine because if you come in here, you can see all this really nice green foliage. All we have to do here is cut these guys back. All these brown stems, all these spent blooms, they need to be cut back so that these guys in here can get a chance to bloom. You could just cut the spent blooms back or the brown branches, but you can also cut this plant all the way down to 6 inches, guys. Why? Because we're still in June. We're not even in the middle of June yet, and we have a lot of time for this plant to rejuvenate. This guy here is hardy from zones 5 to 9. It usually grows 12 to 24 inches, and it is great in the full sun. And I don't know why they have so many or why they decided not to water them, but they have quite a lot. And I'm actually looking for plants because, as you know, a tree fell on my perennials and I'm looking for replacement plants. Now, I wouldn't put daisies because, as you know, I have a lot of daisies and I wouldn't buy any more daisies. But I'm just showing you that this is actually not a bad thing, guys. All you have to do is take these home, trim them back, put them back in the part sun, give them a chance to rejuvenate, and you will get new blooms. Next up, we have some Fortune's Holly Fern. These guys here are a shade plant. They're looking kind of rough, and these are usually $5.98, which means they'll be $4. These are in a 1 quart, and again, this guy is light as paper, guys. I mean, if the wind blows too hard, this thing will probably blow away. This guy here grows 18 to 24 inches, and it is hardy from zone 6. And you can see from this fern, it just needs to be cleaned out in the root area, guys. You see that? See all that brown stuff? All you have to do is take that out, give this guy some water, and put it back in the shade. These plants are supposed to be evergreen, so they should not look like this, but it's also because they've been in the containers for so long. Ever since they put them in the container at the nursery and then they went through shipment, they've been sitting on the shelves and now they're on the rack. They're tired of being in these containers, and plus the fact they're not being watered and they've not been cleaned up in the root. And this guy here does really well on the trees. It does really well in your shady area. Next up, they have a lot of purple fountain grass, a lot of them for whatever reason. Now let me feel this one. Again, light as paper, has not been watered properly, which is something's definitely going on at my Lowe's, guys, because this is not typical. My plants are usually watered, and this purple fountain grass, I don't have any grasses in my yard, but I know a lot of you do. This purple fountain grass is $8.48. It is hardy from zones 9, it looks like. It says non-hardy from 1 to 8. It says the cold hardiness is 30 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a full sun plant and it's an ornamental grass. And they have quite a bit of them. But as you can see, once again, needs some water, guys. Now, I don't know really how to deal with grasses. As you know, I don't have any grasses in my yard. I have grass-like perennials, but I don't have any ornamental grass because I don't think that they fit into my little landscape. But, you know, maybe it's because I haven't bought one. I don't know that. But these guys here are really nice. I see them a lot in containers and as a centerpiece or in the back, and then other plants in the front of it. Let me know if you have purple fountain grass and how it does in your yard. they've got some Delphinium. This particular one here is the Dante Blue Delphinium. This guy here is a full sun plant and a really nice true blue in the yard, guys. One of the reasons I love Delphiniums is simply because they are blue. Not purple, not purplish, not bluish, but actually blue. And you guys know I love blue in the garden. Blue goes really, really well with yellow and orange. This particular one here is an upright perennial, blooms in the spring and the summer. And it is hardy to zone 3, and it grows 28 to 34 inches high, guys. Now it's looking kind of rough, and that's the thing about Delphiniums. They actually grow high. When those blooms come on, they actually grow pretty tall, and they're not the strongest. So when the wind blows or when you handle them too roughly, they might break. But it's not terrible, because this is actually going to be half off. Once you get it on clearance, you take it home, you cut this back a little bit, and you give it a chance to rejuvenate. So they have quite a bit of these right here. Let me know if you have the Dante Blue or any type of Delphinium in your yard and how it does. We've got some rough looking foxgloves, guys. This is the Camelot Rose foxglove that was $16.98. It would be half off. This guy is a poisonous plant, guys, so be careful how you handle it. Now, these usually look like this on clearance. There's nothing really you can do. There's very rare you're going to get a foxglove on clearance. It doesn't look this bad, and simply because, just like the Delphinium, they have these spikes that they bloom on, and then they're so heavy, they're not very steady. Once the wind blows, they start looking kind of rough. This Camelot Rose foxglove is hardy to zone 4. It grows 36 to 48 inches high, and it does great in the full sun. Now, if you're sensitive to a lot of stuff, this one will itch your skin if you don't handle with gloves, but they do well in the full sun. They are loved by the pollinators. The fact that their blooms are shaped like this, I see a lot of bees climb into them. A lot of the hummingbirds love them too. And they're great for a cottage garden if that's what you like. But if you can come in close so you can see, the foliage doesn't look that bad on some of them, but because they're already spent, a lot of people are not going to buy these. But it's not actually a bad deal, guys. They're not the longest blooming perennials or the longest living perennials. Some varieties only live for 2 years, some only 4 years. But ultimately, I think they are worth the price. They are really beautiful and really great in the garden to give height as well. Let me know if you have Camelot Rose or any type of foxgloves in your yard. Here we have some pink muhly grass. Once again, I don't have any grasses in my yard, but these look really, really nice when they're in bloom. These guys here would be $8.48, which means they would be $4 here at Lowe's. And they're an ornamental grass, and they are hardy from zone 6. Let me know if you have pink muhly grass, and where do you put it? Like, is it in a container or actually in your landscape? They have quite a bit of these, and they're in the 2-quart. But people are not buying them, and simply because they look kind of rough, you know? This thing here has not been watered, guys. I mean, that's the theme of today's clearance video, guys, is that the plants, for whatever reason, have not been watered. But, I mean, it could be worse. You could just cut these back and have them rejuvenate again for later on in the season. They even have some white pampas grass, guys. Again, none hardy from zones 1 to 6. This one is from zone 7. This one grows pretty tall, 6 to 8 by 6 to 8. Looks like that's going to be feet. And it's an ornamental grass. It looks really, really nice. Again, $8.48, which means it will be $4. Now, these again, I sound like a broken record, but again, these need to be watered, guys. They're not the greatest looking, and people are just not going to buy them looking like that. Next up, they have some Salvatore blue salvia. These particular ones here are hardy from zones 4. They grow 10 to 12 inches in height by 6 to 8 inches in width. These guys here are great for full sun. They're a mounding perennial. You guys know salvias are really tough in the garden, and they are loved by the pollinators, and they require full sun. This is going to be $7.98, which means it's going to be $4. Now, they're not looking the greatest, but again, with Salvia, they will give you more. So once you go home and you take them home, you cut all the spent blooms off and you cut anything that's damaged and you give it a chance to rejuvenate. Here is the bloom for it. So you can see it's a really nice deep purple, which is really, really great. The pollinators will thank you if you buy this plant. Let me know if you have the Salvatore blue salvia in your yard. They've got another type of foxglove here. This particular one here is the Camelot lavender foxglove. This one here is more of a whitey pink. It is hardy from zones 4 and it grows 36 inches to 48 inches in height. Now again, it's looking kind of rough, but all you have to do is cut back. All this needs to be cut back, completely cut back, because you can see here's a new guy trying to make his way through, but he can't do that with all that luggage around him. So when you take it home, you cut this back, you put it in some parched shade, you water it, and you leave it there for a couple days, and you bring it back into the sun, and it will give it a chance to rejuvenate. Again, this is Camelot lavender foxglove. Alright guys, finally we have a salvia plant. This particular one here is Perfect Profusion by Proven Winners. This is usually $13.48, which means it would be $7 here at Lowe's. They have quite a bit of them, but they don't look as terrible as the other ones. Like this particular one here, it just needs to be watered and it just needs to be cut back. They are loved by the pollinators and they do really, really well in full sun. All you have to do is when you take this home, grab all this top right here and cut it off so that the plant can know that it doesn't have to flower right now. Just cut it off so it can give it a chance to rejuvenate some newer blooms. I don't have this one in my yard and I don't really have any need for salvia, but check out your Lowe's to see if you can get any clearance plants. Alright guys, so that's it for me here at Lowe's. Not a lot to report, but still something to show you. Let me know what you think. Let me know how it's going with your clearance shopping. Have you been finding clearance plants and how it's been working out for you? Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted on all my new videos. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.